Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erickley. Welcome to your quarterfinals edition of the HS Game Time You PickEm show, back from the bubonic plague. Kyle Glazer, we're good to see you back and running strong, Kyle.
Glad to be alive. I gotta tell you, that throat, I was down and out for about 3 days. It was rough. I was as sick as I've ever been.
A guy who wasn't down and out last week was our winner last week, Todd Hopp from Marietta. 15 out of 15, a lot of 15 out of 15s last week, including sports editor David Zink, his second of the season. Still good for second or third to last in the staff picks, though. So
yeah, I can't talk. I'm last in the staff picks, so my credibility is pretty much shot on this show as well as in my picks.
Hey, well, we all know the playoffs is where it matters most, your chance at redemption. We begin with Tahquitz and Sanji, a game that a lot of people are excited to see. Sanji, everyone knows, perfect on the season. The Tahquitz Titans looking to undo that right now. Tiebreaker game, average score 55-23 in favor of Sanji, with 88% picking Sanji. Kyle, this game's got to be closer than that.
I think Tahquitz will put more points on the board, but I do think Sanji will win comfortably. Sanji's offense is just, they're great. I mean, what else can you say about them? Use all the superlatives you want. I think they'll put up, 48-50 like they always do. I think Tahquitz might be able to hang with them for a little bit. I love the athleticism of the Titans, and we've seen they're a very good team. That system that Coach Dennis Gregovich has put in is a very good system. They're always a threat. I just think Sanji's going to have too much. I would expect the Spartans to win fairly comfortably by pulling away at the end. Just too many weapons, too explosive. Titans will put up a fight, though.
This next game, a little bit of deja vu. Upland and Santiago right now, 67% taking Upland. Kyle, some may remember Upland and Santiago played an overtime thriller at the beginning of the year that Upland squeaked out the W. Do you see the same happening again?
This is one of those coin toss games. It's hard to pick. I'm going to go with Upland just because, they beat them once, and I think that, Upland is playing a little bit stronger maybe than they were even at the beginning of the season. They had a nice one against Rancho Cucamonga. Their first round win over South Hills wasn't particularly impressive, but at the same time, I just think the Highlanders, once again, that too many weapons thing. Tyler Linsky, quarterback, Trevor Wright, the receiver, Marquise Wimberly, another receiver. Santiago played very, very well against Eisenhower last week, and I think the Sharks are capable of winning this game, but I'm going to stick with Upland.
Also in the Inland Division, we've got a Southwestern versus Big 8 clash. We've got Centennial and Chaparral right now. 96% taking Centennial. They are the defending champs in the Inland Division. Kyle, will it be that easy against Chaparral?
I mean, Centennial, it's going to be easy for them against every team except Vista Marietta, I think. And once again, Chaparral's a very good team, but they've just had a rough go. They had to finish with the Vista Marietta. Then they have to play Centennial 2 weeks later, playing those teams twice in 3 weeks. It's a rough way to end your season. Chaparral, the Pumas, they're a good team. They've got a lot of good pieces, but once again, Centennial's Centennial, and they'll win comfortably.
Just like that Santiago Upland game, another game that has a chance at redemption is the Norco Rancho Cucamonga game. Right now, 70% taking Norco. Kyle, Cucamonga beat them in the first showdown.
Yeah, they did, comfortably 24-7, but that was a very, very different time for Norco. That was, they were 3 games in, still trying to figure out their identity on offense and defense. They're playing much, much better now. This is another tough game to pick that could be a coin toss game. I'm actually going to go against the grain. I'm going to pick Rancho Cucamonga to win again, and the reason is I just think Rancho Cucamonga is one of the best teams in this division. I think Norco's a very good team. I think Rancho Cucamonga's a better team. It's really just as simple as that, independent of, how it went in week 3, I think it was, or what the teams are like now. I still just like, Rancho Cucamonga, and Nick Baez always has that team in the semifinals. I don't think it'll be any different this year.
Finally, last but not least, out of the Central, we've got Rancho, Verde, and Elsinore. Right now, 96% taking Rancho Verde. The Mustangs, everyone knows they are one of the teams to beat out there in the Central. Kyle, Elsinore, though, will put up a fight.
Yeah, these teams faced off early in the year, and Rancho Verde won. We saw last year these teams played once in the regular season and then in the playoffs, and the team that won the regular season matchup didn't win the playoff game. So we've seen that before, but once again, Elsinore, very good ground game. They ran for almost 600 yards in their first round win over Palm Desert, but Rancho Verde, once again, there's just too much talent on the field. Shariron Jones and Cedric Peterson and Keshawn Slaughter. There's just too many guys, and I think that at the end of the day, Rancho Verde, that passing game, they're going to get up, and Elsinore, because they're so run heavy, they're just not going to be able to make up that deficit.
All right, Kyle. That does it for your quarterfinals edition of the HS Game Time PickEm show. Be sure to get those picks in by 5 p.m. on Friday. A lot of big games out there this week. We'll see you out there on Friday night.